Hello students, I am Vijayata, Assistant Professor from Postgraduate Teaching Department of Law, Rashtrasanta Tukaroji Maharaj, Nagpur University. In this video, we will be discussing International Covenant on Economic, Social and Cultural Rights 1966. This covenant is divided into 5 parts and have 31 articles. It has preamble, which is similar to the preamble of International Covenant on Civil and Political Rights. The sources of the International Covenant on Economic, Social and Cultural Rights are the UN Charter and Universal Declaration of Human Rights 1948. Note here that the sources of Universal Declaration of Human Rights 1948 is different from the sources of International Covenant on Human Rights. So the sources of International Covenant on Human Rights, that is International Covenant on Civil and Political Rights and International Covenant on Economic, Social and Cultural Rights 1966. Their sources are UN Charter and Universal Declaration of Human Rights 1948. So Article 1, which deals with the people's right to self-determination. Now this article is similar to the article that is the Article 1 of International Covenant on Civil and Political Rights. In my last video, which was on the International Covenant on Civil and Political Rights, I have discussed the general comments given to Article 1 by the Human Rights Committee. According to them, the right to self-determination is very important right, and it has a very important role in both the covenant. It is a prerequisite right in order to enjoy the other human rights. So the parties to the covenant has undertaken and ensure that the rights which are guaranteed in the covenant will be exercised without any discrimination. Now coming to the substantive right, even the International Covenant on Civil and Political Rights include the substantive rights in a similar way. International Covenant on Economic, Social and Cultural Rights includes the substantive rights. Now substantive rights starts from Article 6 to Article 15 in the part 3 of the covenant. Article 6, you can see here in the slide, Article 6 is right to work. Article 7, right to just and favorable condition of work. Article 8, right to form trade union. Article 9, social security. Article 10, rights relating to motherhood and childhood, marriage and family. Article 11, adequate standard of living for himself or his family. Article 12, right to enjoyment. Article 13, right to education. Article 14, free education. Article 15, a right to take part in the cultural life, to enjoy benefit of scientific progress and its application, and the benefit from the protection of the moral and material interests relating any scientific, literary or artistic production which he is the author. Coming to Article 16 to Article 25. Now Article 16 to 25 deals with the implementation procedure, which is altogether different from the implementation procedure of civil and political rights. The main reason behind this difference is due to the economic capacity and the development and the available resources of the state. Therefore, the states parties to the covenant not undertaken to guarantee or to ensure that the rights provided in it will be immediately enforceable like the Covenant on Civil and Political Rights. The covenant made the provision for reporting to the system for the implementation of all the provisions. This can be seen in the Article 16. Accordingly, the state parties to the covenant has to submit its report on the measures they have taken by them or which they have been adopted and the progress which have been made in achieving the objectives of the right. Now all the reports are submitted to the General Secretary of the UN Then it is submitted or it is transmitted to the Economic and Social Council and to the concerned specialized agencies. Then the Economic and Social Council may transfer the report to the Commission of Human Rights for their study and general recommendation or appropriate information. The state parties to the covenant and specialized agency may submit their comment to the Social and Economic Council on any general recommendation or reference to such general recommendation in any report of the Commission on Human Rights or any documentation referred to therein. This council may submit from time to time to the General Assembly their reports with recommendation of general nature and the recommendations or the suggestions which they have been received by the state parties to the covenant and the UN specialized agencies. The Economic and Social Council may bring attention to the other organs of the United Nations or any specialized agency concerned with furnishing the technical assistance on any matter which is arising out of the reports submitted by them. Coming to the implementation procedure. Now, implementation procedure of the covenant on economic, social, and cultural right is very weak. The achievement of the objectives of the economic and social rights of a particular state depends on the economic capacity and the development of the state. The weaker states are unable to comply with the provisions of the covenant due to the number of problems like poverty, population, number of domestic issues which they face. It is very difficult in order to implement those rights. With this, the International Covenant on Economic, Social and Cultural Rights comes to an end. Thank you.